Well done, yeah?
You wouldn't bring it for him, Paddy. The master just wanted to get me down here. What? Young man, just again. All the stuff for the master. Sure is that what I'm telling you, Paddy. And not bad for them with the white spots on your mickey here. Nothing better than the pepper gun.
So that was cars there for scrutiny with the company of this area, please. Jumpers. The company line further in now, please. That's the last call now for cash for scrutiny. Can you have it to the line, lads? Further in now, please. All cash to the...
Now, lads, could we have all drivers to the centre of the track area, please? Drivers only. All drivers to the centre of the track area, please.
Austin Godfrey's in car number 50. Yes, we have blue flags all around. We're nearly ready to go. For this, the first race of the day. Now away we go first time. We let them sort themselves out. As they go away from us down the far side of the track parallel with the road, they take a right-hand turn below the bottom of the track. Number 900 has made a very big break indeed. As does John English also. As they come up into us here, but the leader as they come up into us is the Horse Club chairman and the All-Ireland champion, that's 189. Jerry Tobin has taken over a nice little bit of a lead at this stage. From number 8 right behind him, being followed by the other field, 127, and James O'Shea also making up a lot of ground from the tail of the field. The track in superb condition for racing. Small little bit of buffeting as they go down away from us again once more. Out of their side, down the far side, and number 8 is taking over the lead. The lead side man putting on a lot of pressure on Jerry Tobin out in front. Jerry into the chicane, around the top corner once more here in front of us. The All-Ireland champion from last year, still holding on to that lead. From number 8, and a lot of pressure on number 8 from the cars behind them. Number 99 having a superb drive, and Mick Healy has made up a lot of ground also. And number 30 from the back of the field. Down they go from us again, but Jerry Tobin opening up a good bit of ground at this stage as he drives away from us again once more. There's still number Jerry Tobin from John Roach is still holding on, trying to hold on to that second position, but a lot of pressure coming on him from number 99. Number 99 is still John Roach holding on to second position, but only just at this stage. Down here in front of us they come, and number 30 Mick Healy moves up in the 4th position, 70 James O'Shea in 5th. But look at Jerry Tobin. Has drawn away about 10 car lengths at this stage in the race. Drawing away from the rest of the cars. Down the far side of the track. Mick Roach trying to make up that bit of ground. Mick Healy, number 30, up in the top position. Number 99 just on his outside as they come into the chicane once more. 189, this Jerry Tobin. From number 8, that's Mick Roach. Number 30 is Mick Healy. 70 is James O'Shea. Away they go from us once more. The leader drawing away with every lap down the far side of the track. What a superb drive really from the club chairman. Jerry Tobin, all the pressure on Jerry all the week. He's taking it out on his car at this stage. The All-Ireland champion from last year. A superb driver indeed. Number 30, Mick Healy moves up into that second position. Right from the tail of the field, Mick having a superb drive. 70 is James O'Shea. 8 is still Mick Roach. Willie Sullivan also coming up right from the tail of the field. But look at the leader, coming up to complete another lap. 4 laps completed at this stage in the race. Small little drop away starting to fall, but Jerry Tobin won't mind that. Has his visor down, driving now as fast as ever he can go. 30 is in second position, that's Mick Healy. 70 is James O'Shea. Number 8 is Mick Roach. Number 99 right behind him. 173 also making up from number 67. The first side of the track, the leader coming up into us once more, starting to catch up to the back marker at this stage. 189, Jerry Tobin. Oh, what a drive by the local club chairman. He's really flying away from the rest of the cars at this stage. 30 is Mick Healy, 70 is James O'Shea. Number 8 is still Mick Roach. 173 and 67 behind him as they got away from us once more. The leader, 189, overtaking black markers. We'll have blue flags for those black markers as they make their way around the track. Watch the flagmen doing their job at this stage. 189, Jerry Tobin. A lovely clean race indeed, and a superb track here in Lismore. Number 30 is Mick Healy, 70 is James O'Shea. Number 8 is still Mick Roach from 173 and 67. The experience of Jerry Tobin telling at this stage. The All-Ireland champion from last year. Coming up here to complete one other lap. Here's about a quarter of a lap of lead on the man in second position. Last year's cockman Mick Healy. From number 70 is James O'Shea in that third position.
And as we stay with the leader, is still the All-Ireland champion from last year, Jerry Tobin from Waterford, driving a Fiat 127, away out in front. That's Jerry Tobin, 189, coming in here in front of us, in front of the public address system. It's still 189, Jerry Tobin. Michael Healy from the East Cork Club, number 30, after making up a lot of ground in that second position. But he's coming under a lot of pressure now from 70 from the Waterford Club. That's James O'Shea. Number 8 from the North Cork Club is in fourth position, and Willie Sullivan, number 67, with the silver car moving into fourth position on the inside. Sean O'Mahony, number 173, back in fifth. 180 from the Eastside Hot Rod Club, that's Batty O'Donoghue. But there's no doubt about the leader. He's here in front of us again, 189 from the host club. Last year's All-Ireland champion, Jerry Tobin from the Waterford Club. And what a superb race this man is having. Number 50 now. A back marker there being overtaken by his club mate there, Michael Healy. And Michael coming under a lot of pressure now from the Waterford man in the blue 127 as they go down the back straight. We'll stay with Michael Healy and James O'Shea for the moment, and it's Healy now as they come into the chicane. Number 30, Michael Healy driving that Fiat 127. Number 70, James O'Shea in the blue car, and very little between these cars as we watch Jerry Tobin at the far side of the track going through the back markers. He's coming up on number 20, Pat O'Donovan from the East Cork Club as he comes in through the chicane. They're about halfway through this very testing 20-lap race, and the cars going all different, cornering around the far bend here. Number 78, Edmund O'Donovan, bringing up the rear as we stay up with the leader. It's still 189, Jerry Tobin, and James O'Shea having overtaken Michael Healy for that third position as they go up the back straight. Number 67, Willie O'Sullivan, starting to make up a lot of ground. So too is number 8, Richie Roach, and 180, Batty O'Donoghue, with number 173, Sean O'Mahony on the outside as they go along the far side of the track. Here comes your leader once again, 189, Jerry Tobin, and he's really driving superbly. He's being followed in second position by number 70 from the Waterford Club, James O'Shea. So at the moment it's 1-2 for Waterford. The third man is Willie O'Sullivan, the fourth man is Willie O'Sullivan, putting pressure now on Michael Healy, number 30. As we stay up with the leaders, it's still number 189, Jerry Tobin, and Jerry has such a big lead that he's not even slackening off. He's coming through these back markers like Billy O, taking no chances. He's really shoving in the shoe as he goes up through the chicane. Down the far side of the track they go once again, and up the back straight it's still number 70, James O'Shea. 30, Michael Healy, coming under an awful lot of pressure now from 67, Willie O'Sullivan, as they go along the far side of the track. Number 99 there with this blue, green, white and gold Fiat 127. 189, the All-Ireland champion, away out in front. He's being followed by number 70, James O'Shea, and the gap is starting to close. Willie O'Sullivan trying all the tricks in the book to try and catch Michael Healy, number 30, as they go down the back straight. Willie gone very, very wide this time. Will it pay off? Because Healy is under a lot of pressure as they come in through the top corner. Out through the chicane, they're coming in. And Sullivan got in the outside, and Sullivan has lost it all. Taking Michael Healy with him as we go down and stay with the leader. 189, Jerry Tobin, still out in front. It's still out in front, 189, Jerry Tobin, followed by number 70, followed by number 60, Willie O'Sullivan, number 30, Michael Healy back in 4th position, 173, Sean O'Mahony, 180, Betty O'Donoghue, and number 8, Richie Roach, and we hand you back to Pat Power.
We still have the same lead as he comes up again to complete one on a lap. That's 189. This Jerry Tobin, the local club chairman, who's doing all the work all the week. He's driving superbly out there. Being followed by his clubmate number 70 is James O'Shea. Being followed by the Limerick man. Then the long-time driver number 67 is Willie O'Sullivan. Last lap sign out in front of us. On the last lap out there in front of us this time, and I'm sure the leaders must be very, very delighted at this stage to see that flag, and he comes around here in front of us. Taking the last lap marker for 189. Number 70 is James O'Shea, but he's not going to catch the leader. He'd want to train at this stage. Number 67, Willie O'Sullivan, had a superb drive right from the tail of the field. Coming around to check the flicker flag. We'll stay with the leader at this stage. Doing what you might call really a lap of honour at this stage. For 189, Jerry Tobin. Coming up once more, taking around the last corner to take the checkout flag. Yes, the checkout flag for 189. Jerry Tobin in 2nd position. Number 70 will be James O'Shea. We're waiting for 67. Willie O'Sullivan is the man still in 3rd position. We've got a bit to do before he takes the checkout flag. Coming around, number 67, the Limerick man. And round they go. The checkout flag is out once more, and coming around to do his lap of honour at this stage. Oh, I see. I've just got a little bit of a mistake. Willie O'Sullivan made a mistake down there. I didn't see it, and Michael Healy has taken that 3rd position. Michael Healy has taken the 3rd position. 189, Jerry Tobin, the winner, and hold on the trophy again for the 2nd year. 189, right out here in front of us. The local club chairman, Jerry Tobin. Put your hands together. Give a big round of applause. It really was an out-and-out superb drive. You couldn't call it anything else. Just went away, lap by lap. Yes, Jerry is really ecstatic with himself, and why wouldn't he be? Superb drive, holding on to his All-Ireland final. We're looking for Class 2 cars to the line. We're looking for Class 2 cars immediately. It happens again in the next races. He will have no alternative just to stop the racing. So we'll be looking for everybody. He's back behind the ropes. 189, Jerry Tobin, doing his lap of honour right here.
Yeah, you catch it. Huh? You're 9 now. You are? Yeah. Yeah,
In a 1300 Volkswagen, and Joe runner-up last year, and indeed hoping to go one better this afternoon. The Waterford Club are represented, of course, by the man himself, number 109, Mike Murray. Mike, a Class 4 man down through the years. This season, switching back to a Class 2 car and proving to be very, very successful. We're looking for blue flags all round, and the track is closed. We have the pit rope up, and we're ready to roll. We're looking for blue flags all round. Blue flags, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, start line when you're ready. 20 laps, and away they go. And already Tim Barry making up a bit of ground, so too is Joe Hagerty. But we let them sort themselves out for the moment as they go into the top bend, and it's the, looks like the Limerick man gone into the lead at the moment, losing her, coming out of that corner. Tim Barry on the wrong course. Tim Barry on the wrong track there. Number 109, Mike Murray in 2nd position. In 1st position, number 265 there, that's the very quick. But we have the driver of 177, Class 4, to the public address. 177, the Class 4 driver to the public address. Out in front, it's the Limerick man, making up a lot of ground and losing her. Tim Barry gone into the lead. Tim Barry has been black flagged out of this after losing a lap in the far side of the track, and that leaves out number 74 from the East Cork Club as the leader. Number 74, Pat Barry from the East Cork Club, gone out into the lead. Coming under a lot of pressure now from 109, Mike Murray. Mike Murray making up a lot of ground as they go down the back straight. We're coming into the top corner now, and it's your leader at this stage is number 74. That's the second car in your picture. That's Pat Barry. The leading car at the moment is being disqualified. A black flag's being put out for him. But your leader is number 74, Pat Barry from the East Cork Club. In second position, 109, Mike Murray. And in third position, number 265. 308 there, that's in third position. But your leader is still at the moment from the East Cork Club. That's Pat Barry driving a 1300 Beetle. He's being followed by 109, the local man, that's Michael Murray. And making up a lot of ground is that yellow Beetle there of Joe Haggerty as they come out of the top corner in through the chicane. But there's no doubt about the leader. It's the East Cork man, 74, Pat Barry. Coming under a lot of pressure now from the local man, 109, Mick Murray, as they go out through the chicane. Up in the third position goes 219, Joe Haggerty. 308, that's the man from Limerick. That's Mike Roach. We're looking for 177, a Class 4 driver to the public address. As we stay with the leader, and it's Pat Barry from the East Cork Club, and Pat making up a lot of ground and opening up a gap over 109, Mike Murray coming up in front of us now, and Pat Barry giving it everything he's got. He's the reigning All-Ireland Inter-County champion as he goes up the back straight. He's being followed by 109, Mike Murray, but it's Barry now from the East Cork Club, opening up a gap as they go up the back straight. He's being followed by again by Mike Murray from the Waterford Club, and Mike not letting that gap open up too much as Joe Haggerty and Mike Roach bring up the third and fourth position. This field after being reduced to 8 and 9 cars as we stay with the leader. 74 from the East Cork Club, Pat Barry. 109, Mike Murray now starting to make up ground and close that gap. Pat Barry losing ground there with the sliding and slipping, and that allows 109 Mike Murray to close the gap, and closing that gap he is. Down the back straight they go, out of the top corner now, into the chicane, and Mike Murray is piling on the pressure now as they come down the front, into the chicane now, and it's neck and neck, and it's Barry on the inside, Mike Murray on the outside, and very little between them as they pass in front of us. It's 74 Pat Barry, 109 Mike Murray, and Mike Murray trying everything, every trick in the book. Mike Murray taking the wide side of the track, keeping up the revs into the top corner, but Barry closes off that gap. Now they're coming up in the back markers, and we could have problems. Mike Murray now really giving it everything he's got, trying every trick in the book. And Pat Barry now coming under pressure now with number 11, Nick Nugent on the inside. But it's Nugent now, number 11, could cause problems for the back markers. But the back marker sees the danger and opens the way for the leaders. Up the back they go now, and Mike Murray now is trying for all his worth up the back straight. And Mike Murray gone out into the lead. Mike Murray gone out into the lead. But Pat Barry is back at him. What a race we've got on here. Pat Barry coming back at Mike Murray. But it's Mike Murray once again, and then neck and neck. Mike Murray on the inside, Pat Barry on the outside. Mike gone a bit wide, Pat Barry gone on the inside. And this is a tremendous race to be watching. And all the time, number 219, Joe Haggerty bringing up the rear, and we hand you back to Pat Power.
Yes, a tremendous race indeed for this the Class 2 finals between the man from Dunmore, now on the lead. That's Michael Murray, and in second position is Pat Barry still on his tail. Just 2 car lengths between them as they come into the chicane. Having completed another lap as they come down here in front of us, Mike Murray drawn 3 car lengths ahead of Pat Barry at this stage. 219 Joe Haggerty still in the top position. We stay with the leader. 109 Mike Murray from Pat Barry. As they go way down from us, down parallel with the road once more, turning right at the bottom of the track. 109 Mike Murray from Pat Barry. A superb race indeed for those two boys. Mike Murray drawing away just a little bit. Handling superbly. Barry going a little bit backwards at this stage. Oh, Pat Barry having difficulty, I think. He had a problem a lot of people have with Volkswagen. I said the carburetor's probably freezing up that little bit, and him is just jumping around on him a little bit. Losing a lot of ground is Pat Barry at this stage. But out in front, Mike Murray won't really mind. The man from Dunmore, driving 109, Mike Murray. In the lead from Pat Barry, still in the second position. 209 Joe Hegarty is still in the third position. 109 Mike Murray. Pat Barry still trying to get his motor wound up once more. 209 Joe Hegarty making up ground with every lap. Round and round they go. Away out from us goes the leader. Coming into the chicane once more. 109 Mike Murray. Throwing into the corner here in front of us. The Volkswagen really singing in second gear all the way around from Mike Murray. Pat Barry still in the second position, and Barry's car is really going well also. 209 Joe Hegarty still in the third position, the man from the Leaside Club. We'll stay with the leader down the far side of the track. 109 Mike Murray, the man from Dunmore. He's still followed by the East Cork man Pat Barry. Mike Murray having a superb drive indeed in the Volkswagen. From Pat Barry in the second position. 209 Joe Hegarty is the man in the third position. Down they go once more. The leader drawing away with every lap at this stage. It's still 109. It's still Mike Murray. Mike keeping boot metal to metal at this stage. Boot to the floor as he comes around once more. Michael Murray, 109, being followed still by Pat Barry. Murray gone away a quarter of a lap at this stage. Murray had a little bit of a problem halfway through that race with his car. 209 Joe Hegarty coming up on Barry at this stage. First side of the track once more. 109 Mike Murray. And Pat Barry still trying to keep his motor going. Having problems, I would say, with his carburetor. Probably freeze up a little bit there on him halfway through the race. But Mike Murray overtaking back because he makes his way around the track. Top position, I've no name for that driver, but we'll stay with the leader. 135 Paul Fischel. From Simon Moynihan in second position. In top position is number 81. Oh, we have a red flag down the far side of the track. We have a red flag. We have a red flag down the far side of the track. Red flag, a car on its roof away from us down the far side of the track. It will all have to be redone again. Car up on its side, down near the ditch, down there on the far side of the track. All we can see down there, of course, is a bonnet and the floor of a car. We'll give you the... Oh, for the Class 3 final. Here's that. Did you pay for that?
Yeah. Can I hear you?
Our starter moving up onto his rostrum once more. We have blue flags all around the track. The area ready to go for this again, the restart of the Class 3 final. Yes, starter moving up onto his rostrum. We have a red flag again here in front of us. We have a red flag. We're looking for all those people back behind the ropes once more. We're looking for everybody back behind the ropes. We're looking for all those people on my left-hand side of the public address to go back behind the ropes, please. Away they go this time. Very, very clean break indeed this time. One of the best I've seen in hot rod racing. Down the leaders, down the far side of the track. I think it's Simon Moynihan this time from Paul Fischel. Paul Fischel out on the outside. Paul getting stuck a little bit there on the far side of the track, but making it first into the chicane. 135 Paul Fischel from Simon Moynihan, and Peter Deedy up a very, very close third position this time. 318, that's Paul Brown. Martin Brown, I think, is one of the Brown brothers anyway, driving the car. It's Martin Brown driving 318, but 135 is Paul Fischel. From Simon Moynihan and Peter Deedy and Martin Brown. Those are the boys that really matter on this early stage in this race. 135, Paul Fischel from the host club, being followed by number 22, the East Cork man Peter Deedy. Simon Moynihan making his way around there. It's a very, very close tussle indeed between Simon Moynihan and 318. There's Martin Brown as they make their way down the far side of the track once more. We stay with the leaders. 135 Paul Fischel, 22 is Peter Deedy. Simon Moynihan and Martin Brown are divided. Martin Brown has moved up into the third position, cutting in for the chicane down the far side of the track. It's still 135 Paul Fischel from in the second position. 22 is Peter Deedy and 318 is Paul Brown. Simon Moynihan still holds on to that 4th position and does by drawing a good bit away from number 74 and the rest of the field right behind them. We stay with the leader down the first side of the track, 135. Paul Fischel. From 22 is Peter Deedy. Martin Brown still in that 3rd position from Simon Moynihan. Tygo Sullivan has moved up. Oh yes, Tygo Sullivan has moved up into 4th position at this stage. From Simon Moynihan has moved back to 5th. We stay with the leader down the far side of the track. The leader still at this stage. Lovely dust rising and staying where it is. The track really must be superb condition at this stage. The leader, 135, is still Paul Fitzgerald. Overtaking back markers number 37, Bridget Elwood being overtaken by Paul Fitzgerald. Had to move out very, very wide that time. 22, Peter Deedy. From 318 is Paul Brown. Behind him, Tygo Sullivan is in 4th position, and those 3 boys are really together at this stage. Down the far side of the track once more. The leader safely drawing a little bit away from the boys in front of them at this stage. 135, still Paul Fitzgerald. 22 is still Peter Deedy in 2nd position. Paul Fitzgerald overtaking back markers all the time as he makes his way around the track. It's still Peter Deedy. Martin Brown and Tygo Sullivan, and those 3 boys are really together. Simon Moynihan dropping a little bit off the pace at this stage. We're down to go away from us, and the 3 cars are together. We'll stay with the 3, 2nd, 3rd and 4th position. It's still Peter Deedy, Martin Brown and Tygo Sullivan. Those 3 boys having a ding-dong battle. Paul Fitzgerald just a little bit ahead of them. Driving, overtaking back markers all the time as they make their way around the track. Bridget Elwood going very, very bad indeed and pulling in out of this one. 22 is Peter Deedy now in a safe 2nd position at this stage, and Simon Moynihan has made up a bit of ground again into 6th. 135 is still Paul Fitzgerald coming into the chicane once more. A lot of dust rising from the track at this stage, but it really is very easy to see through. Oh, Simon Moynihan there making a bad mistake that time. A little bit of a mishap here in front of us, but everything seems to have itself sorted out at this stage. 135 is still Paul Fitzgerald, and Martin Brown has pulled in out of the race at this stage. 135, still Paul Fitzgerald, the man keeping out of trouble, overtaking back markers all the time as he makes his way around, overtaking Anthony O'Neill at this stage. And it's not too often Anthony O'Neill is left, I can tell you. Paul Fitzgerald really flying. 22 is still Peter Deedy and Tygo Sullivan. And we have a red flag again, we have a red flag again, we have a red flag. The race will have to be stopped once more.
Richard. Richard, where are you from? When did you
Come on.
Yeah, that's pretty good. When are we playing again?
Yes, we have blue flags all around and we are ready to go. This the Class 4 final being sponsored by Kearney's Golden Grill. Letting them sorting themselves out down the far side of the track as they go away from us. James O'Sullivan, Limerick man, in the lead right away, being followed by Michael Murray in car number 5, and Michael Murray lost it all right here in front of it in the cup. They're actually making up a tremendous amount of ground, and these are the really fast boys. These boys really flying in this one. These are the really, really fast boys, and after this, we will have the Class 3 final again. These boys are with James O'Sullivan really flying in this one, having a big, big job trying to pull in down there to get inside the chicane. In second position still Pat Smithy, number 271, a former All-Ireland champion in Class 1. Moved up into that second position. In top position, passing here in front of us is Michael Murray, being followed by Peter Hogan in the third position. In the fourth position as they go way down from us here once more. It's still James O'Sullivan coming under pressure now from Pat Smithy down the far side of the track. James O'Sullivan from Pat Smithy, and Smithy really putting on a tremendous a lot of pressure on Sullivan as they come up into us here once more to complete one other lap. James O'Sullivan from 271, Pat Smithy, and Smithy takes the inside off O'Sullivan. Notice the tail they go down the far side of the track. It's Pat Smithy has taken over the lead in little Fiat 127. James O'Sullivan not letting him get out of his sight. It's still Smithy. We'll stay with the leaders. Coming into the chicane once more. A lot of problems down here in front. We have red flags again. We have red flags again. We have red flags again. Races stopped. They'll have to be restarted once more. Red flags again. We'll have to be restarted. We're waiting for everybody else to line up on the grid once more. We'll break with you again just for a few moments while they're sorting themselves out. They'll all have to get back into their grid positions once more. We're looking for blue flags all round. We're looking for blue flags all round. We should be nearly ready to go in a few moments. Some more flagmen, very, very vigilant. Blue flags are up all round the track. We're ready for racing. Now this the restart of the Class 4 final. After this one we'll have the Class 3 again. Class 3 cars will be back out on the track straight after this one. Our starter on his rostrum, of course, Marshall. Course Marshall trying to straighten them up again. Somebody jumping the start just a little bit. Well, blue ones again. Course Marshal giving a signal to our starter. We'll be ready to roll in a matter of a few moments. A red flag in the top corner, a red flag above the top corner. Someone up on the ditch right above on the road. Someone up on the ditch at the road. Yes, and away we go. Starter Tom Murray waving the green flag. Mike Murray this time from James O'Sullivan. James O'Sullivan out the far side of the track. Got away best of all this time from Michael Murray. 15 is Donny Buckley, made up a tremendous amount of ground right at the start time. He badly needed the restart there, Donny. Pat Smithy also. Car slowing up a lot to get inside that chicane. Still James O'Sullivan. From Michael Murray. Pat Smithy, Donny Buckley. Going away from us down the far side of the track. James O'Sullivan, Michael Murray, Donny Buckley, Pat Smithy. Those are the boys who are really fighting it out for this one. Ray Darcy also had made up a tremendous amount of ground this time. But James O'Sullivan driving away a little bit from Michael Murray. Coming out very, very, very wide indeed. Coming out very, very near the flags here on the outside of the track. Of course, anybody who comes outside those flags is automatically out of the race. Ray Darcy up into third position this time. Pat Smithy is in fourth. Donny Buckley back in fifth position. Peter Hogan back in sixth position. Down the far side of the track they come once more. Slowing up again to get inside that chicane. And with the stoppers they come down here in front of us. James O'Sullivan from Michael Murray. Michael sliding out very, very wide indeed here in front of us. On 368 Ray Darcy, 271 is Pat Smithy. From 15 is Donny Buckley. Buckley putting on a lot of pressure indeed. But out in front is James O'Sullivan. The Limerick man really flying at this stage. Superb drive indeed by him. Other cars getting into difficulty here in front of us. James O'Sullivan from Michael Murray. From Ray Darcy and Pat Smithy. Donny Buckley is in car number 15. Down the far side of the track once more, we'll stay with the leader. That's James O'Sullivan. James O'Sullivan, light green VW. Driving it superbly, slowing up again, coming into the chicane this time. Being followed by Michael Murray. James O'Sullivan from Michael Murray. Boot to the floor, they pass here in front of us. 271 is Pat Smithy. 368 is Ray Darcy. 15 is Donny Buckley. Donny has pulled in out of the race. Peter Hogan has moved up into that 5th position at this stage. Down the far side of the track once more. We'll stay with the leader. James O'Sullivan coming in here in front of us. A superb drive by him indeed. Number 5 is Michael Murray. From 271 is past Smitty. Smitty trying to make up that extra bit of ground. Smitty putting on pressure all the time away around the track. In 4th position is 368 Wade Darcy. We'll stay with the leader. Down the far side of the track, James O'Sullivan in the green VW. Number 180 being followed in that 2nd position, overtaking back knockers all the way around the track. 271 past Smitty is moved up into 2nd. From number 5 is Michael Murray. Murray and Smitty and those two boys are really having a ding-dong battle for the 2nd position, slowing one another up just a little bit, I'd say. They're trying to get in terms with James O'Sullivan, but having their own little race. James O'Sullivan, still the leader. Backmarkers keeping out to leave O'Sullivan off. Very, very sporting drive indeed by these boys. 271 past Smitty still in 2nd position. Number 5, Michael Murray has dropped back to 3rd. Smitty now putting on pressure. Putting on pressure with every lap as they make their way around the track. Wade Darcy carry on a lot of difficulty with a yellow flag out here in front of us. Of course, there's no overtaking with a yellow flag. We have another yellow flag below here on our right-hand side. James O'Sullivan, still from 271. That's Smitty being held up a little bit by a back marker at this stage. From number 5 is Michael Murray. We'll still continue on with the race. That car well enough up the track at this stage. Race still continuing. It's still number 180. It's still the leader. Going and making his way around the track is James O'Sullivan. A long, long, long way ahead at this stage. At least 6 or 7 car lengths in front of Pat Smitty. But Smitty not giving up the ghost at this stage. Smitty not at all giving up the ghost. From number 5 is Michael Murray. Is still in the 3rd position. Down the far side of the track they go. We stay with the Limerick man, James O'Sullivan. James O'Sullivan coming on here in front of us, number 180, being followed by 271, and Smitty has not given up the ghost. Smitty closing about 1 car length with every lap, but it has he enough laps left in this one. I think there's only a few laps left, but look at Pat Smitty. There's only 2 car lengths between them as they come down into the chicane this time. Pat Smitty really putting on the pressure on James O'Sullivan. Oh yes, we've really a ding-dong battle left in this one. Coming in front of us here, all the yellow flags down at this stage. It's James O'Sullivan and Pat Smitty. We'll stay with the 2 leaders. It's James O'Sullivan and Pat Smitty. Michael Murray still in that 3rd position. Down the far side of the track they go, nose to tail. It's Smitty taking over the inside line from James O'Sullivan. 2 cars together as they come around the chicane. Oh, really superb drive indeed by the Fiat 127 driver. 271, Pat Smitty. James O'Sullivan got caught napping, I'd say. A little bit of a smell out of his motor there. He might have engine problems. But Pat Smitty, former Class 1 All-Ireland champion, taking over Class 4 All-Ireland. At this stage, 271, Pat Smitty. Oh, what a drive by Smitty. A little Fiat 127, just a few laps remaining. 271. Made a wonderful drive really from the tail of the field. James O'Sullivan getting held up a little bit there by back knockers. But I don't think he can still stay with Pat Smitty's pace at this stage. Number 5, Michael Murray in 3rd position. Oh yes, a really superb drive by 271. Pat Smitty. He's really put it up right from the tail of the field. A superb driver indeed. Former All-Ireland champion 2 or 3 times over. Moved up into Class 4. Little Fiat 127. James O'Sullivan is still in that 2nd position, but he's now about 20 car lengths behind the leader. Number 5 is Michael Murray. Down the far side of the track. One of our drivers really doing superbly today. Maybe small in number, but very big in stature. 271, Pat Smitty. Smitty putting on the pressure with every lap, moving away from the cars behind him. James O'Sullivan now coming under a little bit of pressure also, trying to hold on to that 2nd position. Michael Murray is the man in third position. Only a few cars remaining. Still a few laps left. .271, Pat Smithy. Superb drive by Smithy indeed. Out in front from James O'Sullivan, a long time leader. Think he had a small little bit of engine problems halfway during the race. Was lucky to keep his motor going there. Got a bit cool again, I think. Number 5 is Michael Murray. Pat Smithy, what a superb driver this boy is. Has won Class 1 on a few occasions and now moved up into Class 4, and as again looks like barring accidents will be our Ireland champion this time. 271. James O'Sullivan settling for his second place at this stage in number 180. Number 5, Michael Murray, is the man in the third position. Last lap marker coming up this time. They're on the penultimate lap. 271. Very quiet indeed after a really superb race in the middle. James O'Sullivan, the man in that second position, number 180. In third position, number 5, Michael Murray. Yes, the checkout flag for number 271, Pat Smithy. A superb drive indeed by the 127 driver. In second position, long-time leader number 180, James O'Sullivan. And number 5, Michael Murray, is the man in that third position. Oh yes, it was a really superb race halfway through when Pat Smithy put under pressure on James O'Sullivan. We had about 6 fantastic laps. Sullivan had a small little bit of a misfire. He just lost that couple of car lengths and just could not make it up again. 271, All-Ireland champion in Class 4, Pat Smithy. Yes, 271, former All-Ireland champion several times over, and now Class 4 All-Ireland champion. 271, Pat Smithy. I wonder, could we have all the hot rods removed from the centre of the field? Could we have all the hot rods? Yes, Pat. Oh, why not? Put your hands together. A big round of applause. The man from Clashmore and Yard, Pat Smithy, takes the Class 4 All-Ireland Championship. A wonderful drive indeed. Oh yes, and he's elated with himself, and why not? A wonderful drive by that man, Pat Smithy. Yes, Pat, it was really superb and fantastic, and had a great race. Took his chance superbly, went away about 20 car lengths before the race finished. Could all the hot rods in the centre of the field please be removed? We are requesting everybody again to get back behind the ropes. Everybody, please to get back behind the ropes. And away we go. Go, stop, please. Down the far side, 135 Paul Fischel to the first man into the lead. Being followed by Peter Deedy, the East Cockman. Martin Brown is right behind him in the white Volkswagen. Some of the cars gone out very wide indeed. A big job trying to get inside that chicane this time. But we stay with the leaders up here in front. The second position is still number 22, the East Cockman, Peter Deedy from the East. The lee side man, Martin Brown, is still in that third position. Paul Fischel drawing away just a little bit from Peter Deedy at this stage. Martin Brown is still in third position. Donald O'Leary has moved up into fourth position at this stage. The yellow field 127. Down they come here in front of us, 135, Paul Fitzgerald. On 22 is Peter Deedy. Martin Brown, 138, is the man in the third position. Donald O'Leary here on the outside. Number 76 and Thomas White on his inside. And we stay with the leaders down the far side, 135, Paul Fitzgerald. Drawing away just about 1 or 2 car lengths from in second position. The man in second position at this stage is still number 22. It's the East Cockman, Peter Deedy. Martin Brown putting a lot of pressure on Deedy at this stage. Martin just tips the tyres as he went past there that time. Still keeping his motor going though. Superb drive by Martin Brown at this stage, putting a lot of pressure on Peter Deedy. 76 is still holding on to that fourth position. Tiger Sullivan right behind him as they move up a few places from being back along the field. We stay with the leader, coming around the chicane once more to come in here in front of us. 135, Paul Fischel. One man from Kilsale-Beg, being followed in that second position by number 22, Peter Deedy. Paul Brown, Martin Brown, as I should say, is the man in that third position from 76, Donald O'Leary. Gail. Bonnet up on the car here in front of us, getting outside assistance, of course, automatically disqualifies. But down the far side of the track once more. 135, Paul Fitzgerald. From in the second position is still Peter Deedy, but he's holding on by the skin of his teeth from Martin Brown. Martin having a superb drive in the Volkswagen from 76 is still in fourth position, being followed by the white and yellow Fiat 127. Pat Hannon is the man in that white and yellow Fiat 127 down the far side of the track, coming around the chicane once more. A lot of problems right here in front of us once more, but not for the leader. 135, Paul Fitzgerald. Paul is having a superb drive from Peter Deedy, and the real race of the day, Peter Deedy and Martin Brown. And Deedy and Brown are doing for all their worth, these two boys really flying, throwing into the corner. We'll stay with the second and third for a few moments. We'll stay with Martin Brown and Peter Deedy. Deedy still holding on to Brown, but only by one car length at this stage. Around the far corner they go. Paul Fitzgerald coming up here in front of us has the length of the straight between himself and the man in second position. It's still Peter Deedy from Martin Brown. Those two boys having a ding-dong battle among themselves. Martin Brown losing a little bit of ground that time, had to move out a little bit wide, going around the cars that were stopped on the corner, but it's still 135. Paul Fitzgerald. What a superb drive by Fitzgerald. Look at him out on the far side, coming in towards the chicane once more. Handling that Fiat 127 like a glove. A superb drive indeed by Fitzgerald. Of course, he's the reigning All-Ireland champion. 135, Paul Fitzgerald. Peter Deedy, number 22, is still in that second position. Martin Brown trying to overtake the back markers, is still in third position. Number 76, Donald O'Leary, is still the man in fourth. The leader, down the far side of the track, coming up around the chicane once more. Up here in front of us. 135, Paul Fitzgerald. Peter Deedy, losing just that little bit of ground, but drawing away a little bit from Martin Brown. Is feeling a little bit happier inside in the motor, I'm sure, at this stage, does Peter. Peter is a superb supporter of hot rod racing, of course. Great clubman with the East Cork Club. Martin Brown from the Leaside Club is in third position. The leader coming up once more to complete one other lap. 135. That's Paul Fitzgerald, being still followed by Peter Deedy. Deedy now about a quarter of a lap behind. Number 22. .135, Paul Fitzgerald. Still holding on to that lead. From number 22, Peter Deedy. A little bit ahead now of Martin Brown at this stage. Around they come once more. Just a few laps remaining. 135, Paul Fitzgerald. The little blue and black Fiat 127 with the yellow roof. Going away from us. Coming in second position is Peter Deedy. Martin Brown is the man in third position. Martin right here in front of us now. Then followed by Donald O'Leary, still in fourth position. Pressure coming on him. From Pat Hannon, back in fifth. Now on the far side of the track, the leader coming up around the chicane once more. Coming in here in front of us, 135, Paul Fitzgerald. Number 22, Peter Deedy. Those boys overtaking backmarkers, they make their way around the track. Martin Brown still back in that third position. Donald O'Leary is the man still in fourth. On Pat Hannon. Hannon putting on a bit of pressure on Donald O'Leary at this stage. Those two boys having a little race of their own. Blue flags being shown to the back markers as they make their way around the track. It's still number 135, Paul Fischel. In second position, we still have number 22, that is Cockman, Peter Deedy. Martin Brown, driving superbly also, third position. The man from the Lee Side Club. Round and round they go. Just a few laps remaining. Our lap recorders working very, very hard indeed out there at the centre of the track. Donald O'Leary still holding on to fourth from Pat Hannon. The leader coming up once more to complete one other lap. 135. It's a long, long way, I can tell you. In second gear in the field 127. Around this track for 20 times. 22 is Peter Deedy. 318, that's Martin Brown. Martin, bit of a misfire as he passed here in front of us. Car revved right out to the end. Really flying, doing about 70 miles an hour, these boys around this track here. Paul Fischel putting on the stoppers, coming in here in front of us. Overtaking back markers, he makes his way around. 135, Paul Fischel. I'm in the second position. Still number 22, Peter Deedy. Paul is a happy man at this stage, hoping to God that the motor will just keep going for a little bit longer. Paul Fischel, last year's All-Ireland champion, hoping to hold on to his crown, taking the last lap marker. Salutes Tom Murray as he passes by. He's really glad to see that one. But being the tactician he is, he knows, I say, exactly how many laps he had left. 22 is Peter Deedy. Martin Brown is still in that third position. Donald O'Leary is still in fourth, but a little bit off the pace. From Pat Hannon right behind him also. Coming up to take the checkout flag. Rounding the last turn for this then 1989 All-Ireland Championships. 135. A wonderful win indeed for Paul Fischel. Into third gear he goes for the first time today. 22 is Cockman Peter Deedy in second position. And Martin Brown from the Lee Side Club is the man to take that third position. Pat Hannon and Donald O'Leary. Donald O'Leary will be the man in fourth position from Pat Hannon back in fifth. And those are the boys that really matter in this, the Class 3 All-Ireland Championships from 1989. Coming around to superb drive indeed from Paul Fischel. Yes, all the hard work has been really worthwhile. Wonderful driver indeed. Yes, Paul. Oh, superb drive from Paul Fischel. He really showed it to all the boys. And up he goes on the roof of his motor. And out he goes. Up with the checkout flag. Put your hands together. A big round of applause for Paul Fischel. Superb drive indeed for Fischel. We're looking for Class 5 cars. We're looking for the Class 5 cars to the line. And on the roof. That's Paul Fischel. All-Ireland champion from 1989. As he was in 1988. Just put your hands together. Give him a big round of applause as he passes by. It really was a wonderful feat indeed to hold on to these All-Ireland crown. We're looking for Class 4 cars. We're looking for Class 5 cars. We've already had a Class 4 final, of course.
Go on.
Fucking forcing it. Which one? Like that one. The next one. That one, that's hard. Fucking trying to win now.
Do you like to, you know, put on a couple
Yeah, best job.
Be the dude in the round, give it. Look at it.
Anybody interested in taking up hot rod racing, car number 382 is for sale. Anybody's interested to go over to have a look at it there. It's for sale. Anybody interested? Yes, we're nearly ready to go for this Class 5 finals. I'll tell you over to Donny Buckley. He get the dust out of his throat.
And in Class 5, last year's All-Ireland champion from the host club, 252 JP Houlihan. Started there by Dick Nugent, who sponsored the race. A red flag already. We have a red flag. Red flags, ladies. Red flags, flagmen. Flagmen, put up the red flags. One fella gone all over, upside down already. So there, ladies and gentlemen, you can see the speed that has developed as we've moved up the classes. Number 7 there, led by Dick Nugent from Glencairn, up there in Tallow. Dick, a well-known scrapper, sponsoring this race meeting, and we're looking for blue flags and we're ready to roll. And look at John Maloney off the line. John Maloney followed by Michael O'Riordan. But it's O'Riordan gone into the lead, followed by number 10 John Maloney, number 252 Johnny Houlihan, and we'll stay with those three lads until they come around the chicane. It's Michael O'Riordan, runner-up last year, out in front. He's followed by number 10, number 64, Jerry Lynch. Number 107 on the inside, and JP Houlihan making up ground in top position. John Maloney spinning in front of us here already. But it's Jerry Lehane now in 4th position, up front. Last year's runner-up. That's Michael Reardon from the East Cork Club, and Michael is really showing him the road at this stage, opening up a gap of maybe 2-3 car lengths as they come up here in front of us. It's Michael O'Riordan with a 2-litre Lancia, followed by 64, Jerry Lynch with another 2-litre Lancia. Johnny Houlihan in all sorts of trouble going on the back straight. Jerry Lehane with the 305 Peugeot, and Lehane in trouble as he goes into the corner. But up front, there's no doubt about the leader, and it's a very clear leader. Number 247 from the East Cork Club, that's the 1989 Intercounty champion, Michael O'Riordan from Fermoy, showing him the way around at this early stage of the race. 64, Jerry Lynch. Johnny Houlihan coming back into the picture. Number 252, the All-Ireland champion last year, back in 2nd position, but Johnny won't be there for long. John Maloney from Limerick has called it almost a day, I would imagine, just going around for a spin. But now Johnny Houlihan piling under pressure on Reardon, and now the racing is going to start. Up in front of us, and it's Houlihan, and Houlihan is completely in opposite lock. Up the front straight they go now, and it's 142, Michael Reardon, and Johnny Houlihan piling under pressure on Reardon. And it's Houlihan now, and Reardon just holding him off as they go into the top corner. And that top corner very, very tight indeed. Reardon, Houlihan, Jerry Lynch and Jerry Lehane, but it's Reardon coming in through the chicane. He's being followed by Johnny Houlihan, and Houlihan putting under pressure, but Reardon able to take it. Going away from us now, and it's number 142, Jerry, 142, Michael O'Riordan. He's holding on to that lead, but on the straight there, JP seems to have plenty stick. Out of the top corner comes now 42, Michael Reardon. In through the chicane, it's Reardon. Out of the chicane, it's Reardon. But wherever Reardon goes, Johnny Houlihan is not far away. Up the hill they come, and it's Reardon. Big followed now by Johnny Houlihan. At 64, Jerry Lynch, and 107, Jerry Lehane. But the three boys that matter are the boys in front, 142, Mick Reardon and Johnny Houlihan. And there's little between them. They're coming up on a back marker, and that back marker, believe it or not, is John Maloney. On through the chicane they come once again, and Houlihan trying him on the outside. But it's 142, Michael O'Riordan, and Maloney sees the danger, and that's good sportsmanship from Maloney, going wide. But Johnny Houlihan goes wide. Up the back they go, and it's O'Riordan from the East Cork Club, followed by last year's All-Ireland champion, with John Maloney in between them. Into the top corner they come. Out of the top, John Maloney sees the danger and pulls back. In through the chicane, out of the chicane comes Reardon, and there's little between them. Johnny Houlihan back onto his tail once again. Along the top they go, into the bottom top corner, up the back straight now, and it's 142, Michael O'Riordan, last year's champion of champions, and Houlihan is close on his tail. There's little between them. What a race we've got here, ladies and gentlemen. Into the top corner, on through the chicane, and it's O'Riordan, and Houlihan trying him very, very hard. It's 142, Michael O'Riordan, very closely followed by 252, Johnny Houlihan, and 64, Jerry Lynch, 10, John Maloney, 107, Jerry Lehane. Up the back they go now once again, And Reardon is fighting for all his worth to hold on to that lead. There's little between them. Horan trying the top side of the track, but losing maybe 2 or 3 car lengths. So we hand you back to Pat Power.
Yes, and the leader still as he comes down here in front of us. The man from Fermoy in 142, Michael O'Riordan. Still being followed by Johnny Holohan. Johnny just lost a small little bit of ground on that lap. I say biding his time, taking a little bit of a breather. Still a good few laps left in this one. 64, Jerry Lynch is still in top position from Jerry Lehan, just moves up on his inside. But we'll stay with the leaders down the far side. 142, the East Cork man, Michael O'Riordan. From 252 is Johnny Holohan. On home ground trying to do his bit. In on the inside goes 142 once more. Coming up on back markers. Keeping well on the way of the leaders. Nose to tail they go down the far side. Holohan closing the gap once more. And they're together on the back straight. 142 from 252. Slowing up to come into the chicane. Holohan trying the inside this time. Nose to tail they come up here in front of us. A lovely sweet sound of those two motors. 142, the Fermoy man from 252. 64 is still in top position. Johnny Holohan right on his side on the far side. But it's still O'Riordan. Holding on to that all-important position of the inside line. Down they come once more. 2 cars virtually together. 142. And 252, and what a superb race indeed this one is. We'll stay with the leaders. Down the far side of the track. 142, Michael O'Riordan, Johnny Holohan right in his sights. Coming into the chicane once more, still 142, from 252. Nose to tail they come, Holohan tries the outside.
And going away from us once again, it's still Michael O'Riordan and Johnny Holohan trying him once again. There's very little between those two drivers. Just about maybe half a car length between them as O'Riordan just opens up a gap coming into the top corner. Into the top corner comes O'Riordan from Fermoy. Riordan from Fermoy with this Super Value car 142, followed by Johnny Holohan from the Blackwater Logging Company. And they're very, very close at this stage. And it's O'Riordan. And Michael O'Riordan must be under tremendous pressure because he knows he can't afford to make a mistake because Johnny Holohan is there. And Holohan trying him once again. Along the top straight they go, into the top corner, down into the chicane, and Holohan's on the inside. And Holohan has the advantage. Holohan has it this time. But O'Riordan, what superb driving by both of these drivers. Johnny Holohan tried everything that time. Johnny Holohan gave it everything he had that time, trying to overtake Michael O'Riordan. O'Riordan knows he can't afford to let a gap in the inside because Holohan will be there to try and take him. Very shortly now they'll be coming up on number 222, a back marker, and this could cause problems. Up the front they come once again, and O'Riordan on the top of the track, on the low side of the track, 252 Johnny Holohan. Johnny loses a bit of traction in the bottom corner. Up the front they go once again, and it's still Michael O'Riordan. What a young man this is, really showing the way home there to Johnny Holohan, and very little between them as they come into the chicane once more. And these are two very, very experienced, clean drivers into the bottom corner. And it's O'Riordan and Holohan on the low side of the track, and very, very little between them. But it's still 142, the man from Fermoy, the man from the East Cork Club, the man who was All-Ireland champion in 1988. He was runner-up last year to the man that's in second position. And now they're going to turn around the tables here this evening. They're coming up very shortly to the last lap. They're on their last lap, and it's O'Riordan and Holohan on the back. They're on their last lap, and little between them. And it's 142, Michael O'Riordan, the man from Fermoy, the man from the East Cork Club, holding on to that lead. And O'Riordan now coming under pressure, and Holohan's got in the inside. And Holohan has lost it once again. That was a very, very hard thing to do there, to try to take O'Riordan on the inside. But it's O'Riordan, and what about a round of applause for these two drivers? And Michael O'Riordan is the new All-Ireland champion for 1989, and he's followed home by number 252, the car of Johnny Holland from the Waterford Club. And Johnny was runner-up last year. Johnny was All-Ireland champion last year. And Michael O'Riordan was runner-up. This year it's O'Riordan and Johnny. And these are two very, very experienced drivers. We'll see these drivers later on in the evening in the Race of Champions. But for the moment, we have a new Class 5 Irish champion, 142, from the East Cork Club, Michael O'Riordan.
Oh yes, one of the best races we've seen for a long, long time. Oh, I wouldn't blame you for putting your hands together for the two boys. It really was absolutely superb ding-dong battle. It takes two cars, yes, put your hands together. The two men, what two drivers we have. Wonderful indeed, it was really fantastic. One well worth waiting for. It was a fantastic drive indeed by those two boys. Johnny tried all his worth, but had to give way. And he won't begrudge Mick O'Riordan, I tell you that much. Those are two great mates, two great friends. Get on very, very well indeed. And I'm telling you one thing, Johnny will be the first man to fill that cup this evening, I can guarantee you. Oh yes, Michael O'Riordan, getting up onto Lismore, being congratulated. Of course, first by Johnny Houlihan. Yes, Johnny going to drive him around, yes, no better man. Johnny Houlihan, a true sportsman indeed, going to drive him around on his lap of honour. True sportsman indeed is Johnny Houlihan. And fair play to him. A true sportsman indeed, Johnny Houlihan. Drives around Mick O'Riordan on his lap of honour. What good more could you ask for? A half a curlant between them for 20 laps. And there they go. Drive him around on his lap of honour. Oh, superb drive by the East Cork man. Superb drive by Mick O'Riordan. Yes, Johnny won't begrudge him that one. That was a really superb drive. Well,
it's the child that...
This is a third time lucky for the ladies. There must be really some nerves inside in some of those cars at this stage. Yes, away we go. Still a couple of them slow getting away, but everybody away this time. No red flags. We let them sort themselves out down the far side of the track.
Go on.
And Houlihan first to take blood in the Class 1 car as they come down around here in front of us. Being followed by the other Class 1 Fiat 127. Bridget Elwell trying to make up a bit of ground. Dolores Joyce in top position. Bridget Elwell back and forth. But out in front, and Houlihan. And Houlihan drawing a little bit away from the lady behind her. Geraldine Dalloy driving in the second position. Behind her, number 22, Dolores Joyce. Bridget Elwood, driving car number 37, is in fourth position. But it's still Anne Houlihan. Anne Houlihan out in front. In the little Fiat 127, driving car number 70. Geraldine Dalloy is in second position still from number 22. Dolores Joyce from Bridget Elwood in 37, and the rest of the ladies stung back along the field. But the leader down the far side is still Anne Houlihan. Being followed in second position by the... What's the Dalloy one's name? Geraldine Dalloy. Geraldine Dalloy is still in the second position. From in third position is still... Dolores Joyce has moved up into second position there.
And coming up in front of us again, it's Anne Houlihan from the host club out in front, followed by last year's All-Ireland champion, Dolores Joyce, as they come away from the front straight. Up the front straight they go now, and the All-Ireland champion, Dolores Joyce, putting on the pressure on Anne Houlihan, coming along the top now. Into the top corner comes Anne Houlihan, opening up a gap, gang gone very, very wide indeed. And Dolores checks her car coming in through the chicane. Into the chicane they come, out of it they come, and it's Anne Houlihan, followed by Dolores Joyce. They're neck and neck, a little between them. Dolores Joyce seems to be sitting there. Up the front they go once again now, and it's Anne Houlihan. Dolores trying the outside of the track, and Dolores going out. Dolores going out as fast as she can into the top corner, and we have a new leader. It's Dolores Joyce gone into the lead. Dolores, the All-Ireland champion last year, gone to the front again. She's being followed by the Waterford girl, Anne Houlihan, and Anne Houlihan giving it everything she's got. But it's the All-Ireland champion from East Cork, Dolores Joyce, got into the lead and pulling away from Anne Houlihan. She's got 2-3 car lengths of a lead. She's being followed by number 65, Geraldine Dalry, and 37, Bridget Allwood. Away they go from us on the 5th or 6th lap. Remember, this is 20 laps. And as they go away from us now, the All-Ireland champion of last year has gone 3 or 4 car lengths from Anne Houlihan. But Anne is not a girl that was going to let that gap open. Out through the chicane comes 22, Dolores Joyce from the East Cork Club, followed by the girl from Waterford, Anne Houlihan, followed by 65, the girl from Limerick, Geraldine Dalry, and 37, Bridget Allwood. But it's Anne Houlihan in second position, and look at the gap that the All-Ireland champion from 1988 has opened up. Dolores Joyce has opened up a tremendously big gap. Is coming in through that chicane. She's out of that chicane. She's along the top. Up the hill she comes, driving number 22, the car of Peter Deedy. Out in front in the ladies' race, driven by last year's All-Ireland champion, Dolores Joyce. She's being followed by the car of 70, the car of Anne Houlihan from the host club. Followed by 65, the car of Geraldine Dalry from the Limerick Hot Rod Club. Followed by 37, Bridget Allwood from the Waterford Club. But it's still 22, the car of Dolores Joyce. She's gone 4, 5, 6 car lengths of a lead as she comes along the top. She's followed by the car of 7, and Dolores is not going to get caught in between herself and a back marker. She's putting a back marker once again between herself and Anne Houlihan. But Anne Houlihan now trying to tailor that car along the bottom corner. They're both on the back straight. Up the top of the track they go, and it is doing likewise. That's Anne there from the Waterford Club, and Anne has put an awful lot of work into the running of this All-Ireland Championships here in Waterford. She's one of the girls behind the scenes. But now Anne Houlihan is after closing the gap because Dolores Joyce is finding it difficult to get through the back markers. Up the front they come. Dolores cuts that bottom corner very, very tightly indeed. Number 200 is also cutting it tight. Up the front they go now, and it's 22. That's the car of Dolores Joyce from the East Cork Club. She was All-Ireland champion last year. She was runner-up in 1987, and she was All-Ireland champion in 86. And she's out in front in this race. But the car that's in second position, that's the car number 20, is not too far off the mark. Bridget Allwood is back in 4th position. Our Elwood is in 3rd position, and Bridget giving it everything she's got, moving up into 3rd position. As, Bridget, or Dolores Joyce nearly got caught there with a back marker. Dolores Joyce, number 20, is coming up on the 4th car at this stage. And Dolores Joyce sees the danger, takes it easy, not going to make any mistake at this stage. Anne Houlihan, not too far off the mark at this stage. She's maybe just that little bit too far as 22. That's the car of Dolores Joyce out in front. She's being followed by number 70. She's coming up, and Dolores Joyce now is coming up in the 3rd place girl. That's Bridget Allwood from the Waterford Club. And Dolores now is not taking any chances. She's taking her corners tight. Bridget Allwood, a very sporting girl, sees the danger and moves over and leaves out the leading car. Along the top they go, and it's 22. That's the car of Dolores Joyce from the East Cork Club. Or is it a checkered flag? Yes, it's a checkered flag for 22. Dolores Joyce from the East Cork Club. Dolores retains her Irish Championship. That's 22 there, followed by number 70. That's the car of Anne Houlihan. And in 3rd position, I make it Bridget Allwood. But there's no doubt about the leader. No doubt about the winner. 22, Bridget Allwood is still going for her 3rd position there. There's very little between herself and number 65, Geraldine Dalry. But the leader is 22. That's the car of Dolores Joyce from the East Cork Club. She's All-Ireland champion once again.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, a wonderful race driven that time by Dolores Joyce. Came on the middle of the field and had a superb drive there on the first couple of laps, and failed to be caught by anybody back behind her. Lapped up to the 2nd position, lapped everybody up to the 2nd position. And also a superb drive, of course, by the girl in 2nd position, driving car number 70, Anne Houlihan. Anne Houlihan.
One, two, 1, 2. Hold the thumb this thing on. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. So there's the ladies and gentlemen, there's the All-Ireland champion, Dolores Joyce, from the East Cork club, been driven around there by Mary Buckley, the girl who sacrificed that car to give Dolores a spin. So well paid off there, and Mary doing the honours there, driving Dolores around. So well done there to Dolores Joyce, and also well done to Mary Buckley for sacrificing her spin there to give it to Dolores Joyce. So well done, Dolores. Well done, and we'll take a break for a few minutes and we'll be back racing. And ladies and gentlemen, we have the pipe band entertaining us there for a few minutes while we have a break. So there's tea and sandwiches and chips, etc. And the band will also be collecting a few shillings there. So they've provided excellent entertainment all the evening. So we'd like to ask you to support them during the evening. Thank you.
One of the investors getting rid of the dodgy
That's my small one, guys, man. I know you would. You see Vicky at all? My small one?
Huh? You don't have to look,
I wouldn't have caught you, but if I went there to the second ticket, I would be charged.
Volkswagen's in front, that's too.
Yeah. Away we go. Big number of cars. We'll let them sort themselves out as they make their way around. This the 1 and 2 consolation. Volkswagen's out in front, of course. Being the slower cars, you'll see the 127s filtering their way through very sharply indeed. That's like my one.
Twenty-three, Tony O'Sullivan.
Tony O'Sullivan, first man to take over the lead here on the inside of the Volkswagen, and the inside of him, Gerard O'Sullivan. Somebody getting a black flag out there in front for some reason or other. Oh, forgot about the chicane, someone tells me here. Down the far side they go. The leader, I don't know is it the leader or not that got the black flag, but we let them sort themselves out as they go around. The leader is Tony O'Sullivan, driving car number 23. Number 20 here pulling in off the field. Tony O'Sullivan still drawing away just a little bit from the rest of the cars. Behind him the field 127's pulling up very fast indeed. Kieran Hannon. Kieran Hannon and the field 127 number 46 has moved up into second position, and the rest 127 pulling up along the field also. We stay with the leader up the far side of the track. Driving a superb race out in front is number 23 from number 46 in that second position. Pulling in to get inside that chicane again once more. What's the leader's name again?
Tony O'Sullivan.
Tony O'Sullivan. Still holding on to the lead, but only just from Kieran Hannon taking over the lead on the inside. Number 46 is Kieran Hannon. Takes over the lead there on the inside. Being followed by his another field 127 just alongside him as they pass away from us down the far side of the track once more. It's still the Volkswagen. Volkswagen again back into the lead. Number 23 from number 46.
Ty Cashman is third.
Ty Cashman has moved up into that third position as they come down into the chicane this time here in front of us. This is only a 12-lap race, of course. Number 23 from number 46. Ty Cashman is still in that third position in car number 287. Being followed by 65 right behind them. John Fife moved up into that fourth position. Still the Volkswagen still out in front. Tony O'Sullivan still holds on to that lead from in the second position. The field 127 putting a lot of pressure on him as he moves in here on the inside. Round they go. Still a few laps remaining in this one, but it's still the Volkswagen. Car number 23, Tony O'Sullivan, having a superb drive indeed. From Kieran Hannon in the second position, and Kieran Hannon's putting a lot of pressure on indeed, and the rest of the field 127's closing up in front, but look above on top of the top end of the track, the two cars are together. Kieran Hannon just takes over the lead momentarily. Thomas Sullivan still putting under pressure on the Volkswagen. They're side by side as they come around the chicane, but it's still Kieran Hannon holding on to that lead as he comes down here in front of us. O'Sullivan still trying for all his worth in that second position. 287 right alongside him as they come up here in front of us once more. Way down they go, turning right at the bottom end of the track. It's still Kieran Hannon holding on to that lead in car number 46. Thomas Sullivan still holds on to that second position. That Volkswagen really going superbly, slowing up as they come into the chicane. Ty Cashman moves up into that third position. Down the corner they come, here in front of us. It's still number 46. Thomas Sullivan, number 23. Ty Cashman still in that third position. John Fife has moved up into fourth at this stage. Away down they go, turning right at the bottom end of the track. There's still Kieran Hannon holding on. And the Volkswagen right behind them. So Sullivan still trying for all his work. Trying to get on terms. Number 46 from number 23. From 287 right behind them. That's Tom Cashman. Down the far side of the track they go. Hannon drawing away just a little bit from O'Sullivan at this stage. O'Sullivan still keeping the Volkswagen going. Not too many Volkswagens left in this one. Around and round they come, just a couple of laps remaining. It's number 46 from number 23, and 287 is still in that third position. Kieran Fife is putting on a lot of pressure now for that third position, and pressure coming on him from the inside from 136. Number 67, Willie O'Sullivan, also putting on a lot of pressure. Just a couple of laps remaining as they turn right down at the bottom end of the track. The leader is coming into the chicane.
65 has gone into third. John Fife.
Number 65, John Fife, has just moved up into that third position. Down they come here in front of us. It's still number 46. It's Kieran Hannon. From number 23. Oh, no, up and off. We have a red flag. We have a red flag, lads. Red flag up on the roof here in front of us, and no doubt about it, there's 2/3 of that one gone. So the winner, without a doubt, was number 46. In second position, number 23. And I'm not sure who was in third. I think it might be John Fife. We'll wait for official confirmation. We're looking for classes 3, 4 and 5. We're looking for classes 3, 4 and 5. There's Willie O'Sullivan on his roof there. Not for the first time in his life, I can tell you.
Number 67, great, Tobin. He was over twice.
Yes, there goes the winner, number 46, Kieran Hannon. We're looking for classes 3, 4 and 5. We're looking for classes 3, 4 and 5. John Maloney making his way out onto the track there. Yes, we're nearly ready to go. I think our starter is up on his rostrum. And away we go. A lot of smoke coming out of some of the cars as they make their way down the far side of the track. Number 52 taking over the lead from number 76 as they come back here in front of us. Number 76 has moved up into the lead. A small little bit of buffeting as they go down here in front of us. Donald O'Leary, defeat 128, the man that takes over the lead down the far side of the track. But a lot of big boys behind him as they make their way away from us, coming way to the bottom end of the track. Donald O'Leary still holds on to that lead as they come down into the chicane here in front of us. 206.
204, is it?
Yeah.
Tiger Sullivan.
Tiger Sullivan moves up into that second position. Tiger Sullivan making a lot of ground indeed. John Maloney has made a great break right from the tail of the field. Also coming up here on the outside, down here in front of us. Away they go. Down the far side of the track is still the field 128. Still holding on to that lead. Coming to the chicane once more. Tygo Sullivan putting on a lot of pressure on the man in front. O'Leary still holding on to that lead as he comes into the chicane. The field 128 being followed by the VW. Coming up behind him with Willie Houlihan. Willie Houlihan doing for all his worth again right behind them. Away they go from us down the far side of the track. The leader. There's Sullivan at this stage. From O'Leary in second place, and Houlihan as Willie Houlihan has moved up into that top position. Down the far side of the track they go, and it's still the Volkswagen out in front, coming around the chicane once more. On with the stoppers as they come in here in front of us. It's still Sullivan from O'Leary and Houlihan. Houlihan moving up on the inside to take over that second position. It's Willie Houlihan. Willie Houlihan moves up into second position. John Nugent is the man in fourth position at this stage. Down the far side of the track they go. And it's still Sullivan from Houlihan, and Houlihan putting on a tremendous amount of pressure at this stage. O'Leary is still in third position. From Nugent is the man back and forth. Coming into the chicane they come. Maloney still making up a lot of ground from the tail of the field, but he'll have a lot to do to catch the boys in front. Out in front. There's still Sullivan from Houlihan and O'Leary. Passing here in front of us. Nugent is the man in third position, but losing a lot of ground. That's when John Maloney moves up into that fourth position. John Maloney. Superb driver as Maloney, of course, has been up at the minus on the ground indeed. Someone getting a black flag down there, and I can tell you it's not John Maloney. Making their way down in front of us. Coming in here still O'Sullivan from Houlihan and O'Leary. Those are the three boys that really matter at this stage. Houlihan putting on a lot of pressure on O'Sullivan at this stage. O'Sullivan still holding on Maloney just from Houlihan. O'Leary still back in that top position. John Maloney's in fourth position and fighting. Around they go, away from us once more, turning right at the bottom end of the track. Coming up into the chicane is still O'Sullivan. From Willie Houlihan and O'Leary, still holding on to that top position, but John Maloney is closing with every lap. Just a few laps remaining in this one. Coming up in front of us, this is still O'Sullivan, having a superb drive from Houlihan, O'Leary and Maloney. Away they go, away from us once more. Here the ribs of the Maloney's car as he drives down, turning right at the bottom end of the track. Veering right into the chicane, a small bit left as they go round. It's still O'Sullivan. John Maloney has moved up into that third position, having a superb drive as Maloney. It's still O'Sullivan from Houlihan and Maloney. John Maloney, the Limerick man. Down the far side of the track they go. It's still O'Sullivan from Houlihan and Maloney. Three of them together. Yes, one of the best races of the day, surely. Around they come into the chicane. It's O'Sullivan from Houlihan and Maloney. Just a few laps remaining. It's O'Sullivan still from Houlihan and Maloney. Maloney tries to take over the inside line of Houlihan. Around they go. It's still O'Sullivan. It's still Houlihan and Maloney. Thus rising with every lap. A big number of spectators and a wonderful, wonderful race indeed. It's O'Sullivan from Houlihan and still Maloney. Three of them together. Blue flags for the man in front, but I don't think they can catch him. Johnny Maloney trying for all he's worth to overtake Willie Houlihan. Willie Houlihan is still on the inside, Maloney on the outside. It's still James O'Sullivan from Willie Houlihan and John Maloney. And look at John Maloney, takes over the second position. Last lap marker coming up. James O'Sullivan, John Maloney and Willie Houlihan. Oh yes, a really superb drive from these three boys. It's still O'Sullivan. Maloney trying again. Maloney on the outside. Johnny Maloney from James O'Sullivan. Oh, Johnny Maloney. Johnny Maloney. And out he comes to take the checkered flag. A really superb drive by John Maloney. James O'Sullivan in second, and in third position was Willie Houlihan. Oh, real humdinger of a superb race. A real humdinger. Yes, from the depths of Mandela down to Lismore. to take home the 3, 4 and 5 consolation race. Number 10, John Maloney. Overtook the 2 men in the last lap. It really was one of those really superb races. Well done, put your hands together. Give the 3 boys a round of applause. Yes, James O'Sullivan, John Maloney and Willie Holohan. Tiger O'Sullivan, I should say. Tiger O'Sullivan was the man in 2nd position and Willie Holohan was 3rd. John Maloney. Really superb race indeed. Up with the checkered flag there, lads. Up with the checkered flag to John Maloney. John Maloney, yes, a big round of applause, and why not? It really was a superb race. Superb drive from John Maloney. Superb, yes, the true hot rod followers will enjoy that one. That was really one of the drives of the day. Thank you, John, that was really superb. Oh, wonderful drive indeed. From that man of all seasons, John Maloney. Oh, wonderful drive indeed. And we're looking for the cars still for the Champion of Champions race, the final race of the evening. Yes, it was fantastic. Out around the track, the Class 2 cars will be the ones who are in the lead when they'll pass around here in front of us right at the start.
Two of everything.
So, gone already as it is, so I think it'll take another little bit of while. Martin Brown, Paul Fischel starting to move off a little bit. Tom Murray taking his time up on his rostrum, waiting for his tea, I think, before he's ready to start the race. Well, blue flag, so you can't even hear now. Away we go this time. Tiger Sullivan, very away. James O'Sullivan, I should say, away from Pat Smithy in the Class 4s here. 142, Michael O'Riordan and Johnny Holohan, and Johnny Holohan has the inside this time, but O'Riordan has the outside and a little bit more poke as he goes away from us. Those will be the boys to watch. They have a long, long way to come around the field, but it's Joe Hegarty in front. 219 Joe Hegarty is the leader. As he passes down here in front of us from Pat Barry is in 2nd position. 70 is James O'Shea. Jerry Tobin is 189. 135 is Paul Fitzgerald and Martin Brown right behind him. James O'Sullivan is behind him from 271 is Pat Smithy, Michael O'Riordan and Johnny Holohan. Johnny Holohan getting the better of Michael O'Riordan there, but I think these two boys aren't too worried about this one. But out in front, it's still the Class 2 Volkswagen. That's the leader. 219, that's Joe Hegarty. From in the 2nd position, number 70 is James O'Shea. In 3rd position is 189, Jerry Tobin, the Class 1 All-Ireland champion. Behind him we have the Class 3 All-Ireland champion, 135, Paul Fitzgerald. James O'Sullivan has moved up into 4th position. Behind him is Pat Barry, and just behind Pat Barry we have Martin Brown. Down the far side of the track, and we'll stay with the leader as he come up here in front of us. It's the Class 2 Volkswagen, Joe Hegarty in 219 from the Lakeside Club. Being followed by the Waterford man. 70 is James O'Shea and 189 Jerry Tobin. 135 is behind him, that's Paul Fitzgerald. James O'Sullivan is right in car number 180 right behind him. Martin Brown is right behind him, and a little bit of mishap as they come in here in front of us. Pat Barry going a little bit sideways or getting a little bit of a push. Down the far side of the track they go once more. We stay with the leader. 219 Joe Hegarty, that's the leader on the track. Being followed in 2nd position by 189 Jerry Tobin, that's just overtaking James O'Shea. 135 Paul Fitzgerald, but the big boys are not really making much inroads at all. The standard VW is really going that well out in front. 219 Joe Hegarty from the Lakeside Club, being followed by the 3 Waterford men. Johnny Holohan trying to make up a bit of ground, and also Pat Smithy, the 3 big boys at the tail of the field fighting it out among themselves, but not making up any ground at all on the boys in front. 219 Joe Hegarty. From 189 Jerry Tobin, 70 is James O'Shea, 135 is Paul Fitzgerald. James O'Sullivan right behind him. And Martin Brown still trying to make up that bit of ground also. 142 is Michael O'Riordan and 252 is Johnny Holohan. Down the first side of the track they go. We stay with the leaders. The leaders, but not for too long it seems, will be Joe Hegarty. Joe coming under all sorts of pressures now from 3 field 127s. In 2nd position is 189 Jerry Tobin. 70 is James O'Shea and 135 is Paul Fitzgerald. the small boys, staying away from the big boys behind them. James O'Sullivan making up a lot of ground from Martin Brown, Michael O'Riordan and Johnny Olan. But down the far side of the track is still the VW, the Class 2 standard Volkswagen. 219 Joe Hegarty. Joe Hegarty still keeping under pressure from 189. Johnny Tobin from 135 is Paul Fischel. 70 is James O'Shea. James O'Sullivan number 180 right behind him. 142 Michael O'Riordan overtaking Martin Brown. Johnny Olan making up any ground at all. But down the first side, Joe Hegarty under all sorts of pressure at this stage. But the Hales really staying out a long time in front of the hounds behind them. It's still 219 Joe Hegarty. Well, Joe, you had a superb drive out in front from 189, from 135 and number 70. Number 180 is right behind him. 160, I should say. James O'Sullivan from 142. Down the first side of the track, the leaders. Still a couple of laps remaining in this one. 135. Making up a tremendous amount of ground. Getting among the Class 1 field 127s. James O'Sullivan. Paul Fischel will be very shortly in the lead. But it's still 219 Joe Hegarty. Paul Fischel right behind him. Paul Fischel moves up into the lead on the outside. And for my money at this stage, it really looks like Paul Fischel, the champion of champions. Nobody else making up any ground at all from the tail of the field. Paul Fischel with a clean track in front of him. In 135 from still 219 and 189 and number 70. James O'Sullivan, the only one seem to be making up a bit of ground. 142 Michael O'Riordan. A lot of work to do in this one. Down they go, away from us once more, turning right at the bottom end of the track. 135, making his way into the chicane. That's Paul Fischel. But still 219 Joe Hegarty holding on to second. Just losing it there momentarily. Going back into fourth, it looks like at this stage. Johnny Tobin, number 189 in second. 70 is James O'Shea. James O'Sullivan moving up into fourth position. And Michael O'Riordan not yet giving up the ghost. 135 Paul Fischel. Drawing away just that little bit now from 189 Johnny Tobin and number 70 James O'Shea. James O'Sullivan in fourth position. Oh, Michael O'Riordan has moved up into that fourth position, yes. Down here in front of us they come once more. 135 Paul Fischel from 189 and number 70. Michael O'Riordan trying to get up the inside. O'Riordan moves up into third position. Still a couple of laps remaining. He's still making up a lot of ground as Michael O'Riordan. Still could just about do it, it seems, but 135 is a long way ahead. There's still a couple of laps remaining. Paul Fischel driving for all he's worth in front. From 189, now 142 takes over that second position. James O'Sullivan moves up into third. The three big boys now fighting after the Class 3 car. 135, last lap marker this time. They haven't got enough time, they just haven't got enough time. Not for Paul Fischel. All is driving superbly in front in 135. In second position, still 142 Michael O'Riordan. James O'Sullivan is still in third position. 70 James O'Shea and 189 Johnny Tobin. But down the far side of the track, we'll stay with the leader, the champion of champions. It looks very like it bearing a disaster for 135 Paul Fischel, the Class 3 champion and champion of champions for 1989. 135 Paul Fischel. 142 Michael O'Riordan in second position. And number 160 James O'Sullivan from Limerick is the man in third position. Fourth is number 70 James O'Shea. That concludes racing for the All-Ireland Series from 1989. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for your support. I hope you enjoyed some of the racing. What a wonderful race we had in Class 5 between 142 and 252. Wonderful race. Good. That finishes there, anyway.
Thank you, Cash.
Thank you, Joseph.